Okay, so our topic for today is about the area moment methods. So in this topic, we have to compute for the moment and the area of the moment diagram by parts depending on the given loaded on the beam. No? So, narito po yung mga sign conventions. We have the sign conventions for the force, moment, rotations. So, rotation ay halos kaparehas lang naman sa ating DIM and CBM. And deviation, so with regards to deviation, it is positive if the point is above the tangent line, and negative if the point is below the tangent line. Okay, so if we encounter this symbol T sub B over A, no? Or that is T tapos sub B over A. So that means pagka binasa natin yan, that is the tangential deviation of B relative to A. Okay? So, pagka mamaya ay papakita natin yung mga iba't ibang sample ng tangential deviation. Pero take note na kung ikaw ay naka-tangential deviation sa B, so ibig sabihin dun ka magmo-moment sa point B. So like for example, we have here a beam. So ito po yung beam natin. No? So let's say this is a prismatic beam. Okay, then nagkaroon siya ng deflection dahil dun sa load, no? So hindi ko na lang muna nilagyan. So pagka nagkaroon niya ng load, naglagay po tayo ng tangent line doon sa point A. So magkakaroon niya ng slope dito, no? So naglagay tayo ng tangent dito. So this will consider as theta A, no? Okay. Okay, then if this is point B, gawa ka lang ng vertical line na magmi-meet doon sa point A na pinagtangentan natin. So itong distance po na to mula dito hanggang dyan ay tinatawag nating T sub B over A, or that is tangential deviation of B relative to A. So the sign convention for that is positive kasi the point is above ng tangent line. So this is the tangent line, and that is above the point, no? So kung ganito naman siya, let's say may load dito, no? Ang naging loadings ay ang inassume nating elastic curve. Ito yung elastic curve, no? When we say elastic curve, yan po yung magiging behavior ng deflection. So let's say nagkaroon ng upward force dun sa beam, then inassume natin ang deflection ay magiging pataas. So pag nag-tangent tayo dun sa point A, so magiging ganyan siya, no? Gawa tayo ng tangent line sa A, tapos let's say this is point B, connect lang natin. This will read as tangential deviation of B relative to A. Pero but the sign convention for this is negative dahil the point is below the tangent line. Okay? So ito, yung point ay above ng tangent line. Yung kabila naman ay below. So pagdating naman dito, let's say hindi naman tayo sa A kumuha ng ating tangent line. Let's say dito sa point B, kumuha tayo ng tangent line. So gawa ulit tayo ng vertical line mula doon sa point A. Itong distance naman na tayo tinatawag ng tangential deviation of A relative to B. Okay? So ito yung ating tangential deviation of A relative to B. So ang reference point natin is B. Okay? Kung mapapansin niyo, yung denominator, doon tayo nag-draw ng tangent line. Okay? Then when we are talking about the tangential deviation, this is the area multiply by the moment nung ating area times moment of moment diagram by parts, MVP. Okay? So mamaya mas maintindihan natin sa ating example itong sinasabi natin, no? So ito yon. So kung sakali naman na nag-deflect siya pataas, okay, so ang mangyayari ay nandito yung ating slope, no? So if this is point A and this is point B, okay, dahil dun tayo nag-draw ng tangent line sa B, dun po siya sa denominator, no? Okay, so that is negative. Okay, so yun po yung mangyayari yan. Then let's say nagkaroon tayo ng point dito, let's say point C. Ayan, point C. So if we draw vertical line dito, itong distance from this point up to this point, that is what we call the deflection at C. While this distance, ito naman pong distance mula dyan hanggang dyan, that is what we call the tangential deviation of C relative to A. Okay? So, ito po yung point. Then, saan ka gumawa ng slope? Dun sa A, kaya yung denominator niya ay A. Then yung C, yun po yung point na to. And pagka nagkaroon tayo ng moment diagram by parts, ay dun tayo magte-take ng moment. Okay? So, sige. Let's try to solve this problem muna para mas maintindihan. So, for example, we are given a prismatic beam loaded by 60 kN, 3 meters from point A, then 5 meters from point C. Okay, so how to solve the theta A, theta C, theta B, and the deflection at point B. Okay, so isa sa kailangan natin gawin dito sa area moment is we have to assume for the elastic curve, no? So in case man na mali yung magiging assumption natin, ay we have to correct that. So for example, this one, we have here the point A, B, and C. So in-expect natin na dahil downward yan, automatic yung magiging deflection nito ay downward, no? So ganyan. Okay, so if you are going to solve for theta A, sige, solve for theta A. So kung meron tayong theta A, paano natin mas malalaman yung value na yan, no? Okay, so for that, we have to compute for the value of theta A by making a tangent line doon sa point A, no? So gagawa tayo ng tangent line doon sa point A. Okay, so kung gumawa tayo ng tangent line dyan, connect natin doon sa point C. Okay, so let's say this is point C. So again, so this is now the tangential deviation. Okay, what is tangential deviation? Okay, of C relative to A. Okay, so dahil dun sa point na yon, ito yung point C, tapos ito yung ating A reference, no? Okay, solve for theta A. So saan ba yung theta A natin? Ito yun, no? Okay, so first step is we have to formulate the equation muna, no? Ano ba yung nakikita nating equation based dito sa triangle na to? Okay, so we can say that tangent of theta A is equal to opposite over adjacent, no? So ang opposite natin ay tangential deviation of C relative to A all over 8. Okay, so that is now the equation for that. And always take note na pagka yung ating theta A ay napakaliit, that theta A, that tangent of theta A is approximately equal na rin sa theta A, no? try nyong i-compute sa calculus nyo, no? Tangent of 0.00005. Ang magiging value ng answer nun ay 0.0005 rin. Okay, na kung ano yung magiging value nun. So, halos pumaparehas yung value ng theta A doon sa tangent theta A once na napakaliit lang po nung ating value ng angle. Okay? So, always take note. Kaya itong tangent parang mawawala lang yan, no? Okay, so to simplify, we can say that theta A is equal to tangential deviation ng C relative to A. Okay, saan na ulit nakuha yung 8? Ayan po ay opposite over adjacent. Ang adjacent natin ay yung length ng span ng beam, which is 3 meters plus 5 meters, which is magiging 8 po siya. Okay? So, for this equation, mag-focus tayo dito sa equation na to. Alam na ba natin sa theta A, yan yung unknown, no? Yan yung hinahanap. How about tangential deviation ng C relative to A? Yan yung kailangan nating i-compute, no? So, dito pa lang makikita nyo kung ano na yung kailangan i-compute. So, let's compute for tangential deviation of C relative to A. Okay? So, but before that, we have to draw first the moment diagram by parts. Okay? So, moment diagram by parts. So, let's draw. Saan tayo pwedeng mag-fix? Okay? So, sige, any point pwede tayo mag-fix, pero I prefer dito na lang tayo sa B mag-fix na. Okay? Sorry. So, if we are going to fix at point B, so ilan ba yung reaction natin dito? Reaction dito. Paki-compute na lang, no, kung ilan po yung reaction dyan. So, ang reaction dito sa ating left ay 22.5. Tapos dito sa right, sorry. So, dito sa left ay 37.5 kilonewton, no? Okay. Then, if you take the moment dito sa ating point B, so what will happen? So, 22.5 times 5, magiging value po niyan ay 112.5. Okay, ganun din, yung 37.5, i-multiply nyo sa 3, magiging value lang rin yan ay 112.5. No? So, ito yung ating moment diagram by parts at point B. Okay? Okay, so ano na ulit ang ibig sabihin ng tangential deviation? This is the area times moment, no? So, tangential deviation, so to solve for TCA, okay, saan tayo magmo-moment? So, again, this is point A, point B, and point C. Dito sa area moment ay hindi natin kailangan lagyan ng mga force yan, no? That is a plane na ganyan lang. So, if we are talking about tangential deviation ng C, dito tayo mag-moment sa point C. And yung A natin is yung reference ng ating slope, no? So, we focus na lang dito sa ating TCA. So, let us compute. So, this is 3 meters. And this is 5 meters, okay? So, let us compute for the tangential deviation of C relative to A. Ano ibig sabihin? Saan tayo mag-moment? Dito sa point C. So, dito natin i-moment mula doon sa point A raw, i-area moment natin doon sa C. Okay? Pag sinabi naman nating TBA, mula dito lang, papunta sa C. Hindi nakasama yung A to B. So, let's say, sinabi natin, tangential deviation ng B relative to C. Ang i-area moment lang natin ay itong part lang na to, no? Hindi nakasama po yung part doon sa kabila, no? Okay, so that is TCA. Okay, computing, dahil from point A, kukumputin natin yung area moment. So, area moment, so ito munang first part. What is the area? So, the area is 112.5 times 3 over 2. But the value is positive, no? Kasi nasa taas siya. Okay. And based dito sa diagram din, as ating sign convention, positive rin siya, no? Okay, so 112.5 over times 3 over 2. Tapos multiply natin dun sa moment niya. Dun sa C. So ilan po yung moment? So that is 5 plus 1/3 ng 3. Okay? Tapos plus area naman nung kabila, 112.5 times 5 over 2 multiply sa, so yan na yung area niyan, tapos yung moment naman natin ito pupunta dun sa C. So the moment is 2/3 ng ating 5. Okay? So to compute for the value, TCA will give us positive 1950 over EI. Okay, so yan na po yung value ng TCA. Dito yung sagot, huwag nating i-box. Okay? So balik tayo dito sa working equation natin. Sabi natin, theta A is equal to TCA over 8, no? Saan equal yung TCA natin? Sa 1950 over EI all over 8, no? So to compute for the value of our TCA, of our theta A, so that is theta A is 243.75 over EI. Okay. So take note, nakalimutan ko sabihin na the tangential deviation must always be absolute value. Okay? And if we are talking about the absolute value, let's say absolute value of x, that can be positive x and negative x. So in this case, positive ang lalabas, no? Pero ano ba yung inassume natin na elastic curve? So inassume natin na yung elastic curve ay downward. Ganyan, no? So downward or concave upward. And ano ba yung sign convention ng theta A natin? Ang sign convention ng theta A natin ay equal sa kung titingnan natin yung direction nito, this is clockwise. And saan ba equal yung clockwise direction? Negative, no? So based from that, kahit positive yung ating na-compute, we have to write here negative. At bakit siya nilagyan ng negative? Base kasi yan sa elastic curve, no? So yun po yung isa sa medyo tricky dito sa topic na area moment. We have to write negative value even we have computed for positive, because we are going to base our answer doon sa ating elastic curve, no? Okay. So yan po ay yan na yung magiging value niya, no? Okay, how about for TCA naman? Okay. So let us compute for TCA. So kung TCA naman yan, doon naman po tayo maggawa ng tangent line sa, doon tayo gagawa ng tangent line. So this is point A, point B, tapos point C. Okay, so this is 60 kilonewton and this is 3 meters, 5 meters. Okay, elastic curve again is ganyan, no? Tapos, to solve for theta c, so theta c naman yung tinatanong. So, doon tayo gumawa ng tangent line sa point C. No? Kung ano yung theta na hinahanap, mas maganda doon tayo mag-alagay ng tangent line. No? Okay, so, tangential deviation ng A relative to C. Okay? Yan na yung ating magiging figure. And this is theta C. Okay? So, gawa tayo ng equation. So, tangent of theta C is equal to opposite TAC over length. What is the length? A. Okay? So, what is the value of tangential deviation of A relative to C? Since yung tangent natin dyan ay mawawala lang rin, no? So, yung TAC natin, sige, kailangan ulit natin yung moment diagram by parts. So, i-drawing lang ulit natin, no? So, this is 112.5, 3 meters, 5 meters. Okay? So, hindi po equal ang TCA doon sa TAC, no? Based doon sa ating discussion kanina. So, if this is point A, if this is point B, this is point C. So, saan tayo magmo-moment doon sa numerator? Dito tayo mag-moment sa A. Okay? So, ang reference natin mula point C papunta doon kay A ay imo-moment natin, no? So, that is the definition of tangential deviation of A relative to C. So, compute for the area 112.5, okay, times 3 over 2. Okay? Tapos, multiply. Saan natin multiply? Sa moment. Saan natin yung moment to? Doon sa point A. So, ilan po yung moment na yan? That is 2/3 ng 3. Okay? So, cancel lang yan. Magiging 2. Tapos, ito naman po. So, kuhain natin yung area plus that is 112.5 times 5 over 2. Okay, yung centroid naman po or distance papunta doon sa ating point A. Ilan? So, that is 3 plus 1/3 ng 5. Okay. So, compute for TAC. So, check ko na lang dito sa notes ko para hindi matagal sa oras. Okay, TAC is 1,650 over EM. Okay? Then again, balik tayo dito sa working equation. You say that theta C is equal to tangential deviation ng A relative to C, and that is equal to equivalent to 1,650 over EI all over yung 8, no? So yung theta C natin ngayon ay lalabas na 206.25 over EI. Okay, take note na nakalimutan kong ilagay absolute value. Absolute value rin to. Okay? So, absolute value. But, we have to check yung elastic curve ng ating theta C, and that is in counterclockwise. So, again, check nyo yung ating sign convention. Kapag counterclockwise, that is positive. Okay? So, positive 206.25 over EI. So, that is now the answer for that problem. Okay? So, if we are going to solve for theta B, paano ba natin isosolve ang ating theta B? Okay? So, if we are going to solve for theta B, magdodraw tayo ng tangent line kay B papunta kay C or kay A, no? And isa yan sa medyo tricky or mahirap sa problem na yan, no? Na-imagine nyo na, for example, gagawa tayo ng tangent line dito kay B. Hindi pa natin sure kung nandito ba yung maximum deflection, no? So let's say nandito yung maximum deflection, mas baba dito. So parang gagawa ka ng tangent line dyan, no? Papunta kay A or kay C. Tapos you have to make a geometric relation. Parang dito, meron tayong relation ng geometry, no? Okay, pero may mas madaling paraan ng pag-compute, no? Okay, so yun na lang yung ituturo ko, no? We have here the formula ng area from A to B is equivalent to moment diagram from A to B, no? Okay, so ito lang yung formula. Okay, so may formula yan eh, may derivation yan. Di ba sabi natin, ang derivative ng EI y prime over x is equal to EI y double prime. Okay? Based sa ating double integration equation, saan equal na ulit yung EI y double prime? Sa moment, no? And that is ito namang ating derivative ng y prime. Itong derivative ng y prime is theta, no? That is yung rotation, or that is derivative na itong EI y prime is theta. So derivative ng theta with respect to x. Okay. So pagka cross multiply or simplify, d theta is equal to m dx. Okay. So if we integrate that, so this is the d theta. Okay. So the d theta is from theta A to theta B. Okay, kung maalala natin, itong MDX na yan, based sa ating DIM, so this is the moment diagram from A to B, and this is theta A. So that is, ito yung ating theta A pala, theta A, theta B. The formula should be theta B minus theta A is equal to MDX. Ito kasi ay, di ba pagka meron tayong ganyan, ayan po, based sa ating integral, yan yung area ng ating moment diagram. So palitan ko na ito pala dapat yung formula, theta B minus theta A. This is the formula, area ng moment diagram from A to B. Okay, so yun, ito yung ano nun, ito yung derivation, theta B minus theta A. So area ng moment diagram from A to B. Okay, so yan na. Okay, so paano natin gagamitin itong formula na to? Let's say meron tayong theta A na, no? So A to B, pwede tayong mag-consider na ng A to B, no? So from A to B, kung if that is from point, ito kasi A to B to. So kumbaga yung final minus yung initial, so that is theta B minus theta A is equal to area ng from A to B. Yun, no? So let's try to compute what is theta B. Theta B is now equal to theta B minus theta A. Saan equal yung theta A? Negative 243.75 is equal to the area from point A to point B. Ano ba yung area na to? From A to B. So 112.5 multiplied by 3 over 2. No? So paki-compute, value. A, B, C. Okay. Okay, so this is theta B minus negative 243, tapos positive 112.5 over 3. So ang magiging value ng theta B natin dito ay negative 75 over EI. Okay? So this is now the answer for the theta B. No? Okay, ang kagandahan pa dito sa formula natin na yan, ay pwede rin naman natin gamitin yung ating any point, no? Nag-point tayo from A to B, pwede rin naman tayo mag-check from B to C, no? If that is B to C, okay, so that is final theta C minus theta B. Final minus initial is equal to the area ng moment diagram from B to C. Okay, what is the value of theta C? Ito po, positive 206.25 over EI minus theta B minus, let's say hindi mo pa alam yung theta B, no? Is equal to area ng B to C. Kasi yung area ng B to C, so that is 112.5 times 5 over 2. Bakit over 2? Kasi triangle siya, no? So to solve for theta B, the value of theta B must be equal, no, dito sa ating value. Okay, check lang natin, ha. Okay, so the same, negative 75 over EI. So yun po yung kagandahan dito sa area moment. Pwede natin siyang ma-check, no? At same lang yung magiging value niya. Okay, so for the deflection naman, no, isa na lang hindi natin nasusolve, yung deflection sa B. Paano raw yan, no? Sige, solve natin. Okay, so for the deflection, ito na yung gamitin nating figure, no? Pwede naman nating gamitin yan. So, tangential deviation. So, magkakaroon tayo ng slope pa rin dyan. Then, that triangle, i-redraw ko lang dito sa baba, no? Ito ay tangential deviation ng C relative to A. And this, at this time, so let's say ito yung ating elastic curve, no? Ano na ulit tong distance na to? Yung distance na to ay deflection sa B. At ito naman po ay tangential deviation ng B relative to A. Okay, so we can have the ratio and proportion by ratio and proportion. So we can say that this is 3 meters, this is 5 meters. So that is deflection sa B plus tangential deviation ng B relative to A. Take note na pagka tangential deviation dapat absolute value. So this side over 3 meters is equal to ratio and proportion of tangential deviation ng C relative to A over itong distance na 8 meters na. Okay, so absolute value. Meron na ba tayong na-compute na tangential deviation ng B relative to A? Wala pa. Pero yung tangential deviation ng C relative to A, parang na-solve na yata kanina. Ayun. 1950 na to, no? 1950. Okay, so ang kailangan na lang natin computein ay yung tangential deviation ng B relative to A. Okay? So let us compute B relative to A. 112.5 tapos ito 3 meters, 5 meters, no? So A, B, C. Again, pagka magko-compute tayo tangential deviation ng B relative to A, mag-moment tayo dun sa numerator. Sa inyong numerator, itong B. Dito tayo mag-moment, ha. Tapos, saan ang reference? Doon sa point A. So, ibig sabihin, ang imo-moment lang po natin ay itong area lang na to, no? Hindi nakasama yung nasa likod. Okay? So, compute for the tangential deviation of B relative to A. So, area 112.5 times 3 over 2 multiply by ano yung centroid ng triangle? 1/3 of 3. Okay? So, the tangential deviation of B relative to A is now equal to 168.75 over EI. Okay? So, meron na tayong TDA. So, gamitin na natin tong equation na to. So, deflection sa B plus 168.75 over 3 is equal to 1950 over 8, no? Okay, so solving for deflection sa B at magbibigay yan ng value na 62.5 over 1950. Okay, based from the elastic curve, okay, siya ay bababa, so lalagay tayo ng negative value dito. Ito ay based from our elastic curve. Okay, so this is not the answer for deflection sa point. Okay, so yun lang po ang sample na ay yung yan po natatapos yung ating discussion for this topic. So, paano naman kung maximum deflection ang hinahanap, no? So, meron na ba kayong ideya kung paano i-solve yun? Okay, so pag-isipan nyo, no? So, in case man na ganun ay we can let a value of x either dito sa AB or sa BC yung location ng ating maximum deflection, no? So maganda alam natin kung saan yung location ng maximum deflection. Pero doon na lang sa susunod na video yung pag-compute ng maximum deflection para dito sa problem natin. So thank you for watching.